little, my grandma took me to a square in the town. So everybody started early in the morning and doing Tai Chi and also the fence dance. So I think today they're doing really well. I think everybody can hear the noise from outside. I think we're going to have the dragon dance from the stage. And then I think they should be here in our center soon. But I haven't seen them. So anyone have seen the dragon dance before? Yes? So yeah, so I think, do you like it? Everybody like it? I think it's really good. I think it's great that we have inherited this traditional from a long time ago. I think all the Chinese people, and you shouldn't forget this is one of the traditional for our Chinese New Year or all the celebration we're having for the very important festival, we must have dragon dance. 那么就是舞龙和舞狮呢，是非常非常一个喜庆的一个表演项目，对于中国人来说，而且像中国新年，还有各个非常一些重要的节日，我们都会有这个舞龙和舞狮的节目。我现在好像可以看到很多人都去外面可以看到那个 Dragon Dance is going to come in. And how far is it going to be? So we're not really sure where's the dragon dance, where they have been, are they coming through or not? Okay. Maybe we ask Wesley talk a little bit about have you ever been back home to have the Chinese New Year before? No? Okay, not for Chinese New Year. So you don't really know what real Chinese New Year looks like it. So have you seen anything from the TV? Yeah. Okay. What's Chinese New Year mean to you? Would you like to talk a little bit in front of everybody? No, you don't want to. Okay. So maybe I talk a little bit about Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year for me, it's a time I can wear new clothes. I remember when I was a little, sometimes I asked my mom, could you buy me a new clothes or new shoes? My mom say, firstly you have to behave, of course, and you can't be naughty. You have to listen to your parents all the time, and then I maybe think about it. But definitely when the time my mom agreed to buy me a new clothes will be the Chinese New Year, because everybody and before the Chinese New Year, and parents take you out to the market and to the shopping mall and buy your new clothes, buy your new shoes. So when Chinese New Year Eve, when we went to my grandma's place to have a dinner together, all my cousin, uncle, auntie, we're all wearing fresh new clothes, new shoes, and to see each other. So that was a kind of good memory. I've been here quite a while, so I haven't been back home for about 10 or 12 years. So like last night, everybody tried to text me and Facebook me saying, hey, you know what, we have a great food and fireworks and everything here. And so they tried to tempt me, and I was like, oh, stop it, I know I'm here far away and I won't have food, so making me really, really jealous. Wanted to go home to have a celebration with them all together. But it's great to have a good time with all you guys here and feel like it's a big family, and especially with my little students, they were performance trained show before. I think they did a great job today and make me so proud of them. Thank you. Okay, so now we're just waiting for the dragon dance to come through. I don't know how far it's going to be. the dragon dance is coming through. Yep, I can see the dragon tail through that small door. Yep, so if the people standing in the front entrance, do you mind to make a little bit of room for our dragon dance group, please? I think they are coming through now. Thank you so much for everybody's patience. Yes, I can see our dragon. Oh, that's a great color. I like it.
here with Richard Tinsley.
非常感谢刚才的舞龙队。那么接下来呢，我们非常有幸的能够邀请到我们今天的那个人权会的 Richard Tinsley， 还有我们的国家党纳尔逊的代表议员 Nick Smith， 还有我们 Nelson 纳尔逊的市长 Rachel Reis， 今天能够到达会场跟大家一起欢度中国新年。那么首先我们有请 Human Rights Commission Richard Tinsley 给大家讲话，谢谢。
Kia ora koutou, guten tag, Mrng, namaste, talofa lava, malo, elele, ni men hao. Good morning, good afternoon and greetings. Let me first offer my thanks again to the Mana Whenua for the invitation to speak at the Whakatū Marae this morning, and to the organisers of the International Clay Festival and the New Zealand Chinese Association for the invitation to speak here at the Founders Park. My name is Richard Tinsley. I'm a Commissioner at the Human Rights Commission of New Zealand, and I'm based in Christchurch. And it's a privilege and a pleasure to be here. The beginning of February this year is a very auspicious time for New Zealanders as we gather to mark our national day, Waitangi Day. We're also the first people in the world to mark the Chinese New Year. The essence of Waitangi Day and Chinese New Year is similar, because both days are about our pasts and about our futures. One thing all New Zealanders need to realise is that Chinese New Zealanders helped build New Zealand. The first Chinese people arrived here before the treaty was signed. And when they arrived, they worked, helped build our industries, our towns, our communities, in rural and provincial centres, from Auckland to Gisborne, from Dunedin to Levin, from Carterton to Nelson. You will find the footsteps, families and legacies of generations of Chinese New Zealanders. So it's right that we're here together celebrating our past and our future together. Last year, my colleague Dame Susan DuBois, the Race Commissioner, and others from the Commission did just that when they headed into the far north. And they did that with members of the New Zealand Chinese Association. Because more than a century ago, when the steamship Vendor sank, the remains of hundreds of Chinese miners that were then en route to South China washed ashore on a remote beach in the Hokianga. And the local iwi took the remains and buried them in their ancestral urupa, or their ancestral cemetery at Mitimiti. More recently, the descendants of those miners discovered that their ancestral remains hadn't been lost at sea as they thought, but instead had been honoured and buried by Matihi Marae families. So since then, a remarkable relationship has developed between the descendants of both communities. A striking Chinese gateway has been erected, and every 2 years, Chinese Kiwis make the trek north to honour their ancestors as well as the ancestors of the local Māori. And the following note is from the record of the journey that Dame Susan led our organisation on. And she said this: "Our bus left Auckland at dawn on a Saturday morning, visiting a memorial site within the Te Roroa Forest, Tāne Mahuta, and finally the Hokianga Harbour, before visiting Okononi Museum and attending the opening of a photographic exhibition by Dr. King Tong Ho at No. 1 Parnell Gallery at Mawene. First thing Sunday morning, the bus was on the morning ferry, and by mid-morning the group were being welcomed with a pōwhiri onto Matihi Marae at Mitimiti. The Gisborne Mayor and fluent Māori speaker, Mrng spoke for the rōpū on the Paipai. And the next hours were spent visiting the cemetery where the ancestors lie, unveiling a new plaque, sharing a meal with the hosts from Matihi Marae, and heading to the beach to burn joss sticks and feed the hungry ghosts. For everyone, following the trail of ancestors was a profoundly moving and unforgettable experience. For me, the wonderful thing about this story is that it demonstrates how treating other people with humanity and respect isn't a new concept. Perhaps it's just one that we need to remind ourselves of more often. Those far north elders treated the remains of those Chinese people with honour and with mana, and they respected their humanity. This is only one of the stories that we need to tell our children about how treating people with empathy and mana is not new to this country, but something we need more of. Cultural diversity makes a nation and a people stronger, not weaker. So thank you for hearing me out. All that is left is for me to wish a Happy New Year to the Chinese community and a very enjoyable Waitangi Day for everyone else here from Nelson, Tasman and further afield. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora.
Thank you, Richard, for the speech you read for us today. Next, we have Next Smith.
Sorry, it's not next month. Sorry. Sorry, but thank you so much for Richard speaking, and thank you for Richard's all the best wishes, and thank you for coming this long way. Thank you. Wish you all the best in New Year. Thank you. Thank you. 接下来我们邀请我们那儿新的市长 Rachel Race 给大家讲话。
Mrng, kia ora, greetings to this wonderful day where Waitangi Day and Chinese New Year come together. Now I'm going to need someone to come back, make it back. So this is the year of the monkey, and that means that we're going to be mischievous. Yes? No? All good? We're going to be good? Okay. What year were you born? Which one? Which are you? No, the pig. I was born in 1965. So what am I? Because a snake. That's appropriate for a politician, perhaps. We'll see. I want to thank the New Zealand, thank you, the New Zealand Chinese Association, the Nelson branch, for hosting today's celebration. We are very lucky in the city to have such a strong association who builds friendship across nations and between people. Nelson shares two sister cities in China, Guangzhou and Yangzheng, and the relationship is a long and strong one. At the moment, in Guangzhou, the city is in the process of building a Nelson garden. At our Queen's Gardens, we have the Chinese Gardens, and in Guangzhou, they are reciprocating with a Nelson garden. And it is going to represent what is good about this place. It is quite big. It is 2 hectares big, which is enormous. It looks very beautiful, and it is a sign of the respect that exists between the two cities and the two countries. So enjoy today. The food is magnificent. The hospitality, as always with Chinese culture, is warm and genuine. And I wish everyone a very happy New Year and celebrations for the year forward. If the year of the monkey is a good one for you, enjoy. I'm told that if you're born in the year of the monkey, you should just keep your head down for the next year. And later I'll find out what I meant to do this year for the snake. Let's hope it's a good one for me. Thank you. Okay. Kia ora tātou.
Thank you so much. Thank you. 幸好刚才市长提醒了，今天正好是新西兰的国庆，然后跟那个中国的新年正好并在了同一天。今天 so together today lucky. Rachel reminded today is Waitangi Day and the Chinese New Year together. So we celebrate both together. So thank you. That's great. Okay, next we welcome next speaker from the National Party 国家党纳尔逊的代表议员 Nick 先生给大家讲话。Thank you.
Kia ora, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, I want to join with Rachel and thank the Nelson branch of the New Zealand Chinese Association for the work and the growth of the Chinese New Year celebrations that we're all here to join in on. This weekend is also Waitangi weekend, and myself, Richard and the Mayor have been on the marae, and a reminder that our country was founded on respect for different cultures, and the growth of the number of visitors from China, the number of Chinese people who are choosing New Zealand as their home is changing the fabric of New Zealand, but for the better. Since New Zealand had the free trade agreement with China, our trade has increased it by more than 5-fold.